index of material. So refractive index, we have formula sine of A plus delta m by 2 by sine A by 2. But he given refractive index as cot A by 2. That is cos A by 2 by sine A by 2. Sine of, we can cancel sines because they are not zero. The refracting angle can't be zero. If it is zero, triangle will not be formed. I can write cos A by 2 is sine of A plus delta m by 2. So this cos A by 2, we can write sine pi by 2 minus A by 2. So pi by 2 minus A by 2 is A plus delta m by 2. So pi minus A is A plus delta m. So here the angle of minimum deviation is pi minus 2. So here average kinetic energy of monoatomic molecule. So energy for 1 degree of freedom for any molecule is half kT. It is monoatomic 3 degrees of freedom. So total energy associated is 3 by 2 kT, which he given it as 0.414 electron volts. 1 electron volt, 1.6 into this. Right. So the Boltzmann constant 1.38 into 10 power minus temperature 0.414. This 10 power minus 4 times. There it is 3 ones. So 0.138 10 times 10 power minus 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.6. Temperature is 3.2 into 10 power minus 3 plus 3, 3200 Kelvin. Here, viscosity coefficient of gas. So he given two statements. So which statement is correct, or both of them are correct, or one of them correct? Let us observe. So coefficient of viscosity is a measure of resistance of fluid. Molecules in liquid are comparatively more closely than gases. So they offer more resistance. So hence first statement. So coefficient of viscosity is more in liquid than gas. So S1 is true. So about S2, your surface tension. So all of you know about surface tension. So here liquid surface sinks to minimum surface area as maximum as possible. This tendency, what we call it as surface tension. So what happens if you add impurities? So by adding impurities, surface tension may increase or may decrease. Two possibilities. So here, if you add salt to water, salt immediately breaks into Na plus and Cl minus ions, which tends to make much stronger attraction among water molecules. So obviously, surface tension increases. So if we add oil to water, this is another. Most of the oils are non-polar. They are not soluble in water. So molecules, no force of attraction between them are very less. So surface tension obviously decreases. So that means insoluble impurities are added, surface tension decreases. So first statement is correct. Here an electron charge is placed at origin, that is whatever charge it placed at some reference point P, Q are situated at two different points. With respect to reference point, potential is kq by r. R is root 6. So at this point also it is root 6 because it is origin. Okay, but it is on x-axis. Okay, let it be. So another point is somewhere here, 2 root 3 comma root 3. So distance between them is root 6. Here also potential. So potential difference is there at equal distances, potential same is 0. So Planck's constant, so we know this formula, MVR is NH by 2 pi. H is Planck's constant. N and 2 pi are constant. Dimensional formula for Planck's constant is same as dimensional formula of MVR. So angular momentum is R cross P. So the magnitude sin theta has no dimensions. So both are definitely, these two have Planck constant and angular momentum are same dimensions. So in case of, so S1 is true. In second statement, linear momentum, which is mass into velocity. Next one is moment of force, which is torque, R cross F. So the magnitude of torque is Rf sin theta. So here it is dimensional formula of this, mLT power minus 1. Dimensional formula of torque, force mLT power minus 2 into L, ml square T power. So here final conclusion is this one is true and S2 is not. $10, 10 centimeters is connected across a right gap of a meter bridge. All of you know about meter bridge. Here is a left gap. This is a right gap. So meter bridge means here this is connected to 1 meter wire, which is 100 centimeters. Somewhere here it's connected to galvanometer, and then jockey is sliding on this wire. So here 4.5 ohm is connected in the left gap. Right gap some resistance. And balance length is found to be 60 meters. This is obviously 40. When Wheatstone bridge is balanced, then P by Q is this. This is L. It is 100 minus 60 by 40. Here P is nothing but 4.5 ohm Q. So Q becomes ohms. Q in the sense resistance, right? So the resistance of this wire, which is Q, which can be calculated by using specific resistance. Length of the wire is 10 centimeter. Convert. So wire is of cylindrical shape. Cross sectional area is a circle area pi r square. Pi here 22 by 7. Radius is given this. R square is 7 into 10 power minus 8. So that resistance is 22 into 10 power minus 7, or so rho is equal to rho by 22 into 10 power minus 7, which already we know it as 3. So which implies rho will be 66 into 10 power minus. We given R into 10 power minus 7, which implies R as 66 value, numerical value. Here, so the percentage of volume change of a liquid at a depth under water compared to on the surface. Here, so when the body is submerged in a liquid, so it is under the pressure. It is here pressure means only due to atmospheric pressure. So when it is at a depth D, pressure will be there due to water. So that means due to pressure, there is a decrease in the volume. So here bulk modulus is P by delta V by V, or delta P by this. Minus indicates volume is reduced. So bulk modulus is given 2 into 10 power 9 into delta V by V is delta. So here pressure is P naught. At this point, pressure is P naught plus HdG. Here it is H, depth of the liquid. So difference in pressures, which is HdG. HdG. H here is 4,000 meters depth. Density of water, or in terms of MKS, 1000 kg per meter cube. So G is 10, which is 10 power 7. Forget about the sign. So that is only says decrease. 4 into 10 power 7. So here it is 10 square. Percentage decrease is delta V by V into 100. 2 by 10 square into 10 square, which is 3%. Here, two coils of mutual inductance. The current changes in first coil, there will be change in the flux. Once there is a change in the flux, EMF is induced. That induced EMF, so here is equal to minus d phi by dt. So here flux is nothing but Mi, because flux is changing not within this coil. Because of change in current here, there is a change in the flux in other coil. So we'll write here EMF as M into I. Mutual inductance, he given it as fixed, di by dt. Minus 0.02. I here is I naught sin omega t. So if you differentiate, again d by dt of omega, here you get minus 2 by 10 cube. I naught he given it as 5 amperes. Omega he given it as 50 cos omega 50 into t. So here it's 250 4 times minus of cos omega t. Is 50 pi. Omega is 50 pi. So maximum EMF will be, first of all, E maximum will be cos maximum is 1, which is pi by t. Given it as pi by alpha, and alpha he is asking that alpha is 2. Here, a charge Q is uniformly distributed on the circumference of a ring of radius r. So here, charge is distributed uniformly. That is one point of radius r. Another charge Q is placed at the center. Here 10 coulombs charge is placed on the circumference of a ring. At this point 10 coulombs won't be there. The 10 coulombs will be equally distributed among the sections of a ring. Suppose if you consider this part, what will be the charge? So here circumference of a ring is 2 pi r. So Q charge is distributed over the circumference. So that means for 2 pi r length, Q charge is distributed. For 1 unit length, how much charge is distributed means Q by 2 pi r. Or let us say, assume length of this as dl. For dl length, what is the charge distributed means dl, which is nothing but small d. So once charge Q is placed here, so this dq charge will experience a force dq charge experience a force kq dq by r square. That is kq by r square. dq here is q by 2 pi r, and dl here is, if you take this as length of the arc, so this as dl, it is r, it is d theta. The dl will be r d theta. So in place of dl, I will write r d theta. R get cancelled out. So then you have, it is kq capital Q by 2 pi r square d theta. Right. Now here everywhere charge is there. So here positive charge, here positive charge. There's a repulsion force acts. This part of the ring will exert a force on this. So the tension developed in the string obviously acts in tangential direction. Which force balances F means tension component will balance. So that is here. Let us take this dl length in elaborated way. Here is the center. So tension acts in this direction tangentially. So if I draw a perpendicular, it is d theta, it is d theta. If I draw a parallel line, it will be d theta, it is 90 minus d theta. So tension has two components. One is, it is 90 minus d theta. It will be d theta. It is t cos d theta. Here also it is d theta. It is 90 minus d theta. Here is tension. It is t cos. So these horizontal components are in opposite direction. They get cancelled out. So here it is t cos 90 minus d theta, which is t sine d theta. Here also it is t sine d theta. That force here is 2 sine d theta, which balances the force. But this is a for small length we have taken. So d theta is corresponding to small length, d theta also small. Then sine d theta becomes d theta. Then you have 2t d theta is F, which is k q capital Q by 2 pi r square d theta. So tension will be here. Okay. In fact, it is d theta I have taken. It should be d theta by 2. 90 minus d sine d theta by 2. D theta by 2. So here it is by 2 you get. Tension will be, K will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q capital Q by 2 pi r square, which is capital Q by 8 pi square epsilon naught r square. First option is train is moving with a speed of 12 meters per second on rails, which are 1.5 meters apart. Here, so distance between inner rail and outer rail is 1.5 meters. To negotiate curve of radius 400 meter, the height by which outer rail should be raised with respect to the inner. Here, how to solve this kind of problems? So here, when any vehicle, rail or car or anything, which takes a turn, then what are the forces which are acting? One is centrifugal force. Suppose person is inside the car and this car it's moving, so non-inertial frame. Once it moves in a circular path, definitely some inward force is required, that is centripetal force. Person in non-inertial frame, he feels that some force is acting, that is centrifugal force. Because of that force, so it skid outwards. So to overcome skidding, some necessary force must be there inwards. If road is smooth, definitely skidding will happen. Nobody will escape. So here road is rough, then forces acting on it will be here normal reaction, frictional force acting in this direction. If frictional force balances centrifugal force, then they are safe. If speed is such that centrifugal force is dominating frictional force, definitely skidding will happen. They are not safe. Suppose if road is smooth, definitely skidding will happen. To overcome that, what we have to do is we have to raise the outer rail to some height. That is, now here, what force will support in this case? So normal reaction exerted by the surface on the vehicle is in this direction. Here it is, road is raised to an angle theta. So here also with horizontal it makes an angle theta. It is 90 minus theta. So if I extend this is theta here. So this is theta, it will be 90 minus theta. So it is n cos 90 minus theta. So outward force is mv square by r. N sin theta will be mv square by r. It becomes theta. This is n cos theta, which is right here. Normal reaction is supporting. So divide one with other. Tan theta here is v square by r. So which is same as here if you take h, distance between rails, let us denote with something else because r already we took for a curved path in which circular path vehicle is moving. So which is h by. So height will be av square by arch 1.5 and velocity is 12, 144 by radius is 400 into g is 36. So it is 36 into 1.5, 36 plus 18, 54 by 10 cube meters or 54 millimeters. That is this question answer. So in nuclear fission, high mass nuclide with binding energy is dissociated into middle mass of nuclide 1 by. This is high mass nuclide dissociated into middle class. Here it is, its mass number is 236 divided dissociate into middle mass nuclides of 1 prime. That means 2 into 118, that is 256. So it dissociated into 2 middle nuclei by releasing some energy. So here amount of energy released in this process is binding energy of products minus binding energy of reactants. So here binding energy of product means for each nuclei, how much what is the energy, binding energy 8.6. For this is for what? One nucleon. Here mass number is 118. For 180 nucleons, this, but such nucleides are 2. This is the binding energy associated with the products. Binding energy of reactants per nucleon 7.6. Mass number is 236. 236 nucleons will be there. This is the energy. 236 common 8.6 minus 7.6. So that is 236 into 1 million electron volts. Here, find the charge on capacitor. Something is not given. It is a problem related to steady state. High current passes through this. Here it will be divided into across this resistor. Let us assume that I1 current passing through it. Across this resistor, I2 current passes. Let us name this as A, B, C, D, E. So here it is VD plus 10. If I consider DE, AC, DE, VD plus 10 minus resistance here, applying Kirchhoff's law, I1 minus 2I1, which is equal to VD. That means 3I1 is 10, I1 is 10 by 3 amperes. Similarly, if you consider let me write F, EAF, CDE, then here 6I2 plus 4I2, 10I2 is equal to 10 volts. So I2 here is 1 ampere current flows through the 6 ohm resistor. So my final intention is to get charge deposited on the capacitor. I have to find the potential difference across the capacitor. So my intention is to find this. So for this, what I am doing is VA minus VB is equal to I1 into 1. I1 we got it as 10 by 3 amperes. Right. Similarly, VA minus VF, I2 into 6 ohms. I2 here is 1, that is 6. Subtracting. So this get cancelled here. VF minus VB will be 24, 18, 18 by. That means VB minus VF is 8 by 3 volts. So now potential difference across capacitor is this. So this is V is which is Q by C. So charge deposited on the capacitor is this. So C here he given it as 150 microfarads and V 8 by 3. 50s or 400 microcoulombs is the charge which deposited on the capacitor. Here, all of you know what is forward biased and reverse biased. So here it is PN junction diode. So which is reverse a forward biased setup. Here P side is connected to higher potential. Here N side is connected to lower potential. Here potential is 0. Here 2 volts. Positive is connected to higher potential when compared with this. So this one is forward biased. Here it is. Second one. Something is missing here. Let us see third option. This one also positive terminal is connected with higher potential than the lower. This N terminal is connected to lesser potential. It is also forward biased. Here positive terminal is when compared with 0 and -5. This is at higher potential. So positive terminal is connected to higher potential. So it is also forward biased. Here it is, maybe this is 2 volts. Your positive terminal is connected to the lesser potential than negative terminal is connected to 4 volts. So it is reverse biased. So here light is incident on a convex lens of focal length, forms an image of an extended source of light, photoelectrics. So here any photosensitive material is placed here at the focus of a convex lens. So when light incident from on the lens, so here all the rays converge at this point. So photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity. More number of photons incident, more current will be there. So here whatever number of rays are incident, whatever number of photons are incident in photosensitive material, let us assume that the I current generates. Suppose here the lens is replaced by another convex lens. Again, light is incident on this, but its focal length earlier is 40 centimeter. Now focal length is lesser, 40 centimeter. Here again, photosensitive material is placed on this. Again, whatever the light incident on this, all the light converts at the provided plate is placed at the focal length. Again, intensity will be same. There is no change in the intensity. There is no change in the photocurrent. So answer is first option.